Hello, and welcome to this brief introduction to choice theory and reality therapy. I am Gloria Smith Cisse, a licensed professional counselor and a licensed master social worker who happens to be CTRT certified, and that means I'm certified in choice theory and reality therapy. I am also a faculty member for the Glasser Institute for Choice Theory. I hope you enjoy this introduction, and if you decide you want more information, you can participate in a 24-hour training that is provided through my organization. Whenever I think about choice theory and reality therapy, I think about, this is an opportunity really to ignite, to start a fire in someone's consciousness about how to take full control of themselves, as much control as is possible, and how to learn the how and why of human behavior in a way that helps to empower you to take charge of every aspect of your life. The parts, of course, that we actually have control over. And we have way more control than we think. Hi, okay, so now I want to talk about choice theory. I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about choice theory. It was developed by William Glasser. He published the information about choice theory in his 1998 book, Choice Theory, A New Psychology of Personal Freedom. I think that title is very powerful. The name went through a couple of iterations, and he did create or develop reality therapy long before he wrote the book on choice theory. One of the iterations or one of the names for the theory was control theory, but Glasser later changed it to choice theory. There are 10 principles for choice theory, and we won't cover them all here, but they are: one is about the only person's behavior you can control is your own. Two is that all we can give or receive is information. Three, all long-lasting psychological problems are relationship problems. Four, the problem relationship is always a part of our present life. What happened in the past, number five, what happened in the past has everything to do with what we are today, but we can only satisfy our needs with our basic needs right now and plan to continue satisfying them in the future. Number six, we can only satisfy our needs by satisfying the pictures in our quality world. Number seven is all we can do. Life for life is behave. And then number eight, all behavior is total, and it's made up of four parts: acting, thinking, feeling, and physiology. Nine, almost all total behavior is chosen, but we have direct control over the acting and thinking, and indirect control over the feeling or emotions and physiology. Number 10 is that all total behavior is designated by verbs and named by the part that is most obvious or evident or visible. Reality therapy, remember, this is a brief introduction, right? And so reality therapy was developed by William Glasser in the 50s and 60s while he was finishing up his working in a mental hospital, a psychiatric hospital, as well as in correctional facilities, which again makes it, in my mind, very appropriate for almost any application, because in those situations people are sometimes troubled more than, or they haven't come to anyone's attention in the real world. All right. So Glasser developed reality therapy before choice theory, and the reality therapy was the means for the techniques to be used to assist individuals in or clinicians in helping individuals to get what it was, help the clients to get what they needed in order that they could reduce their symptoms and live a much healthier, more mentally healthy life. So one of the emphasis was on creating relationships, and so the counselor would create a relationship that focused on the present and avoid discussing the past, because the majority of our behaviors are human behaviors are caused by unsatisfying present relationships. Avoid symptoms. There is a long list of behaviors that have been identified as helpful when we are working with individuals to help them to change their current behavior and get their needs met in an effective way. Bob Wobelding developed the WDEP, and he doesn't always have it set out with the periods, but anyway, so Wobelding developed the WDEP. He worked closely with Dr. Glasser and identified the WDEP as a tool to be used in the practice of reality therapy. The W stands for wants, and so we work with clients to help them to identify what it is that they really want, right? And we do this by carefully constructed questions, carefully timed questions, and we get a sense of what is in an individual's quality world and what relationship dysfunction may be causing the problem that they're having in the moment. Wobelding outlined 26 behaviors that aid the CTRT practitioner in building relationships. That are really important. We talk about relationship tonics as well as relationship toxins, and some of the relationship toxins that we use are things like criticizing and blaming, and some of the relationship tonics that we use, and I've mentioned these before in other presentations that I've done, but the relationship tonics, and these are the things that build connections, include things like accepting and negotiating differences, and so on and so forth. As I said, this is a brief introduction. I'm going through all of this information very quickly, but I hope that it encourages you or excites you about CTRT, and that you will want to participate in a full 27 hour training. There's also lead management. Lead management is what Glasser identified as a method of using CTRT for non-clinicians. And what that means is that school teachers can use CTRT concepts. Law enforcement members can use CTRT. It can be used in corporations to help people learn how to manage their teams. We like to think of lead managers as opposed to boss managers, and talk to individuals and teach individuals how to lead organizations or people within organizations as opposed to bossing them, but also how to create a school environment that's based on choice theory and reality therapy. And these environments we call quality schools. Glasser has written a book on schools without failure. Actually, he's written several books on how to create schools without failure, using choice theory and reality therapy concepts. So don't think that you can't use reality therapy unless you are, or in choice theory and reality therapy unless you are a clinician, because that's not true. Even parents can incorporate choice theory and reality therapy concepts into their parenting. Communities can incorporate choice theory and reality therapy concepts into their work to build more equitable relationships among their citizens. This material came from the books that Dr. Glasser has written, primarily The Choice Theory, A New Psychology, Counseling with Choice Theory, The New Reality Therapy by Glasser, Reality Therapy by Glasser, and Using Reality Therapy for the 21st Century by Robert Wobbelding, as well as the fabulous chart that was created by Dr. Glasser and the chart that was developed by Robert Wobbelding that's entitled Cycle of Counseling, Coaching, Managing, Supervising, and Parenting. Again, I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel and send me comments or recommendations for other titles. I look forward to it. And I look forward to hearing from you and sharing more information with you about the areas that I work in.